Off-duty lifeguards Mario, Reidy and Singlets have joined Luke for a mass rescue.
I've gone out, just tried to assess as I'm paddling out who was the worst swimmer, who had to get first, because they're all wanting help.
Mid-afternoon, and Luke is having no response from a group of kids swimming towards a rip.
I was sitting down on the rip and I could see what was going to happen, trying to megaphone them across to keep going back onto the other side of the bank, because they were just drifting into the massive rip.
That group of swimmers in front of me here, guys, go across. You are in the rip, go across before you get dragged out.
They didn't want to listen. They were kind of, yahooing and just not paying attention. Next minute they were in the rip.
We've still got 2 weeks of school holidays left, so we're dealing with tourists and teenage kids that like to be painful. And I think Louie's been down there trying to move them on for a while, and he just had his hands full.
These guys are swimming on a sandbank near backpackers. Luke's tried to direct them back to the bank, and they've swum exactly the opposite way and just swam straight into a howling rip at backies.
If the boys follow Luke's instructions, a rescue is avoidable. Reidy and Singlets, both off-duty, are instinctively drawn toward the escalating problem of 6 people in trouble.
I'm just down here having a swim. Also, Singlets' day off, yeah. We like to hang it. Well, it's the beach. Who doesn't love coming to the beach on their day off? So, unfortunately, when you're a lifeguard, whether you're on duty or off duty, you're always working. I walk into the tower, and like Bondi does, it just erupts. Singlets said to me, "Should we go?" And I went, "I know."
Another off-duty lifeguard, Mario, who is on his lunch break, joins the chase.
I've gone out and just tried to assess as I'm paddling out who was the worst swimmer, who had to get first, because they're all wanting help.
Unaware he has backup, Luke prioritises who to save first.
So I just kind of told them just to stay calm, just relax, someone's coming.
The boys have left a girl on her own further out. Luke is anchored down by 2 of the boys hanging onto his board.
Just stay afloat, I'm coming. Stay afloat, you're right. Just stay better. David, be up, you back.
3 more swimmers need rescuing. Reidy backs up. Luke drags his 3 onto the sandbank. The others finally follow the instructions they were given earlier on the megaphone.
Let's go straight in.
Singlets and Mario stand down. As soon as they're safe, some of the boys are emboldened with an attitude change Reidy does not appreciate.
Even then, once we got the other ones in, they'd quickly forgotten how much, panic and trouble they were in.
At least one of the group recognises the seriousness of the situation.
All of a sudden, I feel couldn't touch the ground, and then all the boys were going up front, and I'm like, guys, help. I don't think I can get out, help. It was horrible. I thought I was going to die.
Half of us got caught in it, and then they needed to get rescued back.
You could swim.
I swam back, but then we had to go back for the girl, and they just left her. It was funny, but, How was that funny? You're killing it.
I didn't die. I swear to God, we're just drowning. I swear to God, we didn't see anything. All that was happening, just waves over our head.
That was mobile.
Never doing that again.
Not everyone follows the rules and swims in the flags. It gets frustrating when there's a lot of people down here, and you don't want to devote your time to people who are wasting it.
Bondi Beach. But not like the postcards.
Central to Rhino.
No matter rain, hail or shine, international visitors keep lifeguards busy.
You just have a look on the northern side of the flags, right at the back. There's 3 swimmers.
While most visitors find their way to the flags, others find their way to the deadliest parts of the beach.
Hey boys, so we got 2 heads just there on the right.
At that time, backpackers was the most dangerous rip on the beach. Since they're in such a bad position, It was hard for Jake and I to leave them. We both made the call, look, we're going to have to go here and just to go out there and just get them back to shore.
Guys, straight in.
They didn't really realise the danger they were in and kind of how far out they were.
Many visitors don't understand the concept of a lifeguard. All they see is a person on a surfboard yelling instructions in a foreign language.
Go back to shore, back to shore. Go.
Well, Harrison's just gone out to go get two guys who are desperately in need of rescuing, and they just brushed him.
Swim, that way, go, swim, go.
Harrison's job is convincing the unwitting swimmers, both tourists from China, that their luck has run out.
Swim. Too dangerous, danger.
They just brushed us. These two guys were like semi-drowning.
Yeah, Brett, they're not getting in, mate.
There's no way.
Yeah, mate, I'm on the Mega. Harrison's out there, mate. If I need, he'll let me know.
They're not getting in.
Eventually, one of the men, Lou, faces up to the reality of his situation.
One's grabbed him now.
Lou's travelling companion reaches the sandbank himself. But neither man comprehends how different the outcome could have been if lifeguards didn't assist.
Yeah, you can't swim. You're not a good swimmer. Don't swim down here.
Yes.
Dangerous. You drown. You'll die. You will die. Seriously. Seriously.
In the end, the message is lost in translation.
不是，搞不清楚我怎么？你这个，当你再回来的，啊，不是，我这后来我这踩到底儿，再往回游，我以为浪有点大，也有点觉得害怕。
Hey, just a guy with the bodyboard and no flippers, mate. If you keep paddling north.
Minutes later, Lou and his mate are back unannounced.
You know, like a lot of people come up to us for photo opportunities down here, and I saw a guy come up to me with a camera and I thought, okay, yeah, quick photo, and I did the double look and like, oh my God, it's the same guy I just rescued.
On top of the rescue moments earlier, the men's happy snap has become a dangerous distraction.
Straight after that, we had to go down to the middle of the beach for guys that were in, you know, some serious trouble.
Two teenagers and a very young boy are in a fight for their lives.
Yeah, go. Oh, you want to go again? Yeah.
Hey guys, everyone out. Everyone out. Out of the water.
For the second time today, Harrison must prioritise who he should rescue first. But this time the stakes are much higher.
When you go for a rescue when there's more than one person involved, you always go for the person most furthest out the back.
Harrison's flying out to him right now.
And by the time I got to him, it was in a really bad way, but a surfer managed to come over and just prompt him up for me.
Harrison has followed protocol, but on this occasion, it may prove a mistake.
I tried to give my patient back to the surfer so I can paddle back and get the other guy.
The terrified teenager quickly becomes an anchor on Harrison's board.
I got to the stage where I'm just seeing this guy going under and I'm trying to kick him.
Harrison can't reach the other swimmers until he frees himself from the first man.
I'm literally kicking him. I feel bad, but I'm thinking, as long as I can hold on to that surfer's board, I can get this other guy.
Oh, this guy's in trouble. Oh, take your gun.
The teenager refuses to let Harrison break free. As Jake backs up, Harrison finally offloads the teenager onto a sandbank. The small boy, barely 7 years old, has fought his way out of the rip by himself.
Those things can get quite scary because you've got your patient and you're watching someone else and you feel kind of helpless, I guess.
The third swimmer is helped by yet another surfer.
Jake's going to get there, but the guys, two surfers have pretty much saved these guys' lives.
Without the surfers' help, the situation could have been tragic. Jake's patient was only moments from drowning.
Jake got to the other guy. That's as close as you want to get.
The two teenagers are students from Malaysia. The students aren't out of danger yet. Water on the lungs can still cause death.
I'm going to give him some oxygen. It looks like they swallowed him with a fair bit of water. Try to help him out for a bit, see if he comes good. If not, we'll have to take him off to hospital.
Lifeguards monitor the men's oxygen saturation levels before they are finally released.
One simple rescue turned into three, and that was critical. If the surfer hadn't have got over to one of them, I think 100% they would have died.
The unpredictability of the surf is what makes it such a unique thrill. The genuine risk makes it exciting, but sooner or later, someone pays the price.
Someone's down on the ground, though. Where? Near the flags. Casey gave us a call and said that someone's sort of distressed. You can see someone looks like they've collapsed.
Responding to a report of a serious injury, head lifeguard Hoppo has come across from his office.
So we just dived in the back.
Cross the defib. Hurry up.
Waited for the defib to get there because we were expecting the worst.
She's hurt herself, maybe not in the water, like maybe a knee or a leg or something. Dislocated knee.
Hit by a wave close to shore, a German tourist has dislocated her kneecap. Daniela and Marcus have been travelling around Australia for 3 weeks without so much as a scratch. After 1 hour on Bondi, Daniela's luck has run out.
When we got there, she was screaming in that much pain. It was probably one of the most painful dislocations of a knee that I've ever seen. Wayne, I think we'll just take the pain away. You want to get the staff?
I will, yeah.
Come up to the tower.
Okay.
Okay, because we're going to take her up there.
Great.
A specialist intensive care paramedic is requested. Until then, lifeguards' priority is pain management.
But that hurts and it looks so...
No, don't look at it. It's all right. You're going to be fine.
Daniela's knee is a contortion of ligaments, bone and nerves. Travelling over bumpy sand in a buggy could be the most agonising 80 metres of her life.
The green whistle before we move her.
An analgesic pain-killing gas is administered before the short journey.
That in your mouth and just big breath in and it'll start relieving the pain. So real big breaths. It'll get a bit of a tangy taste.
Okay, let's go, Mars, nice and slow. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go.
Mario, Hop and I took a lot of extra care with that one to try to get her into the tower and nice and comfortable as quick as we could.
Okay.
Nice and easy, just good boys. Hey, Humpty, you can get me something to put under the feet.
I was in the water and she was right at the edge and a huge wave hit her and she fell on the ground and smashed her knee.
Ordinarily, dislocations are treated in hospital.
Hey, how you going?
Intensive care paramedic Fiona is trained to relocate joints in the field.
Okay, sorry, darling, sorry.
She needs help with the procedure.
Wait, is there a lifeguard? Can I borrow someone, please? Thank you. That's it, just relax as much as possible and you need to give me your leg. Okay, can someone, yep. Sorry, darling, sorry. Big deep breaths, big deep breaths. Big deep breaths. Can someone remove that, please?
Yeah.
Yep.
Intensive care paramedic Fiona nudges Daniela's kneecap around in search of the right angle.
Big deep breaths. Okay, big deep breaths, big deep breaths. 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 done, darling, all done.
Sit in there.
Yeah.
Oh my
All
God.
done.
Amazing.
All done.
You're a legend. You're a legend.
All done.
Oh my God.
You okay? Yeah?
Oh, you're a brave lady. Well done.
Really well done, darling. Really well done.
Daniela experiences instantaneous relief.
How bad's your pain now? 10 was the worst pain and 0 is no pain at all. How bad is it now? Better? I'm going to pop a brace on it, okay, which will hold it in place, okay, and then we're going to have to get you up to hospital.
I got pretty scared and didn't know what to do. Didn't know if I should just leave her right there where she was, but she was sitting on the ground and, well, the next wave could hit her head, something. Other people from the beach called the lifeguard to come over. Yeah, but I was pretty scared.
She's an IC paramedic. She's very experienced. We're very lucky enough to have them around. They get here quite quickly for us.
In hospital, scans will hopefully rule out any long-term damage to Daniela's knee. Bondi, it's the celebrity of beaches. Over the years, the Hollywood roll call has included heartthrob Zac Efron, party girl Paris Hilton, and the one that got the lifeguards excited, the most famous lifeguard of all.
Bondi!
Today, it's Victoria's Secret supermodel Heidi Klum.
To meet Heidi Klum is like, you know, once in a lifetime kind of thing. I've watched the Victoria's Secret shows as a kid growing up. I don't know if as a kid, probably an adult.
Mouse, Bisho and Whippet are joining Heidi in a photo shoot for the German supermodel's clothing label.
She's got an undie label, she's coming down and we're just doing some photos with her.
I wanted a couple of young, fit Bondi lifeguards to shoot with, so they chose us for some reason.
Mouse is concerned he's not quite male model quality today.
A few days before the photo shoot, I had some physio done with some suction cups, and basically my whole body was just a big bruise, and I was looking absolutely terrible for it.
But Whippet has his own image problems.
He had a spare 10 minutes before Heidi Klum's arrival, so he's bolted out for a surf, and he's actually got stung across the face by a blue bottle. After mocking numerous people yesterday for it,
One lifeguard who always maintains peak condition for just these opportunities is Harries.
Harry's turned up as well, and he loves this stuff. He's born for this stuff. He loves this stuff more than lifeguarding or anything, you know?
Except he's been kept in the dark about this one.
When I wasn't chosen for the Heidi Klum shoot, you know, was I upset?
Harry's has just come straight out of the surf. Oh, look at his face.
I wanted to see him in the underwear. I wanted to see if they looked as good as I. You know, you don't admit a lot of things in life, but before I get in my underwear, I get a spray tan. These boys were a little pale.
He was so jealous, I loved it.
No lookout is required to spot the German supermodel, who is taller than her security guards.
Oh my God, look at this. Look at her. That's my wife. So I've been told to keep my shirt on. Not very often that I'm speechless.
When she came down to Bondi expecting to do a photo shoot with 3 lifeguards, she was expecting like a couple of 6-foot-plus good-looking blokes, and instead she got me and Whippet just looking at our absolute worst.
So we're just gonna go fast,
Yeah.
and maybe you guys look that way and I can turn around.
Right.
Just put that sloppy wig away.
Well, when I walked out, this little American lady, she was like,
Did you get those bruises from trying to save someone's life?
I was saying, nah.
Well done.
Lifeguards in Bondi are the best and the hardest.
Heidi Klum, one of the boys. Or we could say Mouse, Whippet and Bisho, Victoria's Secret models. Yeah.
Bondi is one of the beautifulest places in the whole world. It's such an iconic place. People come from all over the world to get a slice of the action. but not everything always goes to plan. And it's so surprising to really witness how people react to being rescued, and you just don't know what you're going to get.
Out in front, he's got a cap on. Looks like a surf lesson, it's not. I noticed a guy in a bit of distress.
I was near the flag area and got a call from Harries. You don't get your standard surfer going out with a silver swimming cap.
You don't belong in the ocean.
I had to get him on my board because he couldn't stay on his, and he was having the best time.
It was the greatest ride of his life. He's so happy. You're going to go in the water or stay over here, eh? Yeah. Where the flags are. He's pretty animated. I think it's his first time in the ocean.
He is my mother's workmate, and we go surfing here because it's a very famous beach. He likes some extreme sports.
We really like people to come down to Bondi and have a good time and enjoy themselves and have as much fun as they can, but, you know, it doesn't always pan out that way. It was about 2:30 in the day, and I was on the water's edge watching the flags, and a young girl came up, and she was shaking like a leaf. She said, "Oh, I need your help."
He's old, he's really hairy, he's walking out now.
She said she'd been indecently assaulted in the surf. That's him.
So he's sort of like walking around, like looking at everyone. I can't believe it. Like,
No, we'll get
it's scary.
Bondi Central, boys, you there? Go ahead. I've just got this young girl here next to me. She's just in between the flags. Some guy just swimming up and grabbed her right on the crutch.
Call the cops. I knew as soon as the girl had said that she'd been indecently assaulted that I had to call the police.
This is Harry's from the Lifeguards down at Bondi.
He's got like yellow shorts.
That's all right, just bear with me, we'll get him. Okay, mate, he's right in the middle of the flags, about halfway out.
He's like brown hair. He's actually floated on his back now, if you can see him.
Yeah, I got him, boss.
You got him? He's right behind those two girls there. Okay, mate.
Yeah, and see, he just got on a girl.
We need someone down here now. He's just done it again to another girl out on the sandbank.
The police said to me that we could make a citizen's arrest if we wanted to. We could grab the guy.
Harry's just coming down. He's undercover if you need him. Hey, Joel. Hey, excuse me. Hey, listen, I'm a lifeguard. Listen, did the guy touch you out there on the sandbank?
Oh, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, okay, we've got a problem.
Yeah, he just can't take his arm out.
He was following you from behind. I was watching on the camera up in the lifeguard tower. Yeah, so it wasn't an innocent act at all.
In the last 15, we've got him twice going near girls and touching them.
Hello, how's it going? You guys want to come in?
Harry's is actually there now, undercover, just standing there.
He bumped into me, and then I kind of turned around and he was right there, and he just like grabbed my leg, but like and said sorry. Just grabbed my leg. I was like, oh, gross. So.
All right. The detectives, they asked me to go out onto the sandbank and bring the guy in.
Here we go. They're going in. They're closing in.
Hey, mate. Hey, matey. Come with me. You're in, brother. Cops want you in on the bench. Yeah? In on the beach, mate. Police are waiting for you up there. In on the beach. Get in there.
I got a bit worried there for a second. I thought he might have had a bit of a swing at me because I said, "Come, mate, you got to come with us." And he kind of looked at me and went, "What?" And then he walked at me and kind of backpedaled a bit.
Yeah, I've been watching you. Yeah, watching what you've been doing. You have a chat to the police. Very bad. I'm new here. I'm old here, and I'm your witness.
Just listen to me for a second, okay? My name's Constable Aston from Bondi Police. At this stage, you are under arrest for assault. Just listen to me, listen to me. Just let me talk for a second. At this stage, you are under arrest for assault. Do you understand that? Okay.
I'm so
Just
sorry.
let me finish, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to ask you some questions. You don't have to say or do anything if you don't want to.
Our job as lifeguards is to protect the public. You know, if anything ever does happen along these circumstances, we want people to come to the tower and let us know, and we'll deal with it.
Doing what we do, you need to be physically fit. Lives depend on it. Whippet's taken out the annual lifeguard race. Everyone's wondering what his secret is. What's he on? He's on some crazy diet, training, eating regime, and we all want a piece of it.
Boys and Nicola, stoked you guys have taken the challenge, the 30-day challenge. I challenged everyone to do the 30-day challenge this year because I know what good things it's done for me. I used to be a complete pig. Beer, pizza, smashed them all in. And since taking on the challenge myself, I've seen the improvements in the way you look, but more importantly, the way you feel and how much fitter and stronger I am. Over the next 30 days, we're going to give up a few things. We're going to increase our training. It's all about detoxing the body, getting rid of a lot of the unnecessary toxins that we put into it. In a nutshell, the 30-day challenge is predominantly diet-based. No bread, rice, pasta, no alcohol, no coffee, and no milk. Add on top of that, training. Try and train every day, you know, 5 times a week at least, and that'll get you your best results. Anyone who's caught cheating the first time, 100 burpees. Anyone who's caught cheating the second time, Hoppo's given me permission to make them clean the toilets and change rooms, top to bottom.
Probably me clean them.
You know, I try and keep fit, and I thought, maybe put that little bit extra in, you know, get that extra little six-pack down there.
We've got the guys from Measure Up down here today. We're going to get some body scans, which are pretty cool. They're going to give you the amount of kilos of fat you've got in your body and also a body fat percentage. So at the end of the 30 days, we'll measure up again and see what results we've got.
Hands flat down our mat.
I think there was definitely a few of us who weren't quite feeling at our peak, and we had a little bit of room to improve upon.
Well, I've got 10 kilos more muscle than him. That's what's going on. So if I lose 10 kilos of body fat, I'll be better than that.
At this stage, it's the tortoise and the hare.
We've been working together for a long time now, and it's funny. He said, "You want to team up with me?" And I went, "Oh, no, here we go."
Known boxing since we're 5 years old. He's come, I've worked over 20 years.
We don't really get on the beach together that much these days, so when we do, it's generally something normally happens.
On that day, wasn't a lot going on, but the tide was starting to run out.
Could have a possible 3 or 4 here. We were just talking about things and saying, always something happens when we're together. And nothing had happened for the whole day. And all of a sudden...
That girl waving box.
You might have to go for a paddle.
Yeah, Box is going in for that.
I went in first because he doesn't move as quick as me. He's in. Come here, hey. Go bike,
He's got 4.
Grab hold, grab hold. As soon as I got out in the water, all of a sudden, there was a few people needing my help, and I needed backup. You all right?
I noticed he had 4 people, one really struggling, and with it so small, I was a bit hesitant to go in. I was waiting to the very last moment until I had to strip off.
It looks like Box has never done a rescue before.
Right, you okay? You'd think your best mate, Hop, would just come and help me and back me up, but I don't know where he is. Right, you okay?
It looks like Box has never done a rescue before.
Put your head that way.
I gave him that little bit of extra time so he could struggle that bit longer and fire him up a little bit more until I finally got out there and helped him out.
Here we go, backwards.
You all right?
Struggling, mate, Box.
I'm struggling to get my patient in, and Hoppo just takes the easy option. He's got this little kid. Stay there, you stay there. Hey, walk in towards this way for me, all right?
I went that little bit slower once I had the girl on the board, so then I wouldn't have to go back. Box had to go back for more rescues.
Can you swim? No. What are you doing out here? Huh? Head that way, head that way. Oh, wait, all right. Then another one appeared. All right. Oh, hey, so funny. Come on. Out. I went in for one and then it just like, they all followed each other. It was just, after that rescue with Hoppo, there was no chance I wasn't going to get him back. You all right, Hop? 3, 4.
There were definitely a few guys that were taking a 30-day challenge a lot more seriously than others. For me, I just wanted to do it. I wasn't really putting myself against anyone.
They really showed a good level of determination. The sort of food they were eating really improved.
Just a bit of chicken, salad, ain't no carbs on my plate.
Now, halfway through the 30-day challenge, it's becoming pretty difficult trying not to have a beer and not have the coffee. I find it very, very difficult.
My revenge on Hoppo was trying to catch him cheating on Whippet's 30-day challenge. Hello, mate. What's doing, mate? We decided to put some hidden cameras in my unit. There's a camera right in there. Try to catch him out eating and drinking all the wrong stuff. We've got a camera in here too.
No way. Absolutely nailed that.
Just preparing all the food.
Things that the team can't eat on the 30-day challenge.
Got lasagna, the garlic bread's ready to go in the oven.
Bread, rice, pasta. Cut out dairy, so milk and cheese, and definitely no alcohol.
I'm not on no 30-day challenge. Maxi walked straight into my house and said, "Can I have a glass of red?" I said, "You're not allowed to drink." He goes, "Yeah, boys." Hoppo was really easy. He was just like too easy. Yeah, the best was when we brought out the cheesecake. Oh, that cheesecake looks that good, mate. I didn't think it was going to pan out as good as it did. Not one person ate one bit of salad.
All right, boys, stoked with the effort you guys have put in. We'll give you one last little chance to own up to any indiscretions, because we did make a rule at the start that there would be 100 burpees on offer if anyone got caught breaking the rules. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did do a bit of sneaky investigation, so gather around, boys, have a little seat. Oh, is that you eating garlic bread?
When I saw the video, I was really surprised. I didn't tweak one bit.
Maxi's wolfing into some lasagna.
He put the lasagna right next to me and he knew I'd crumble.
Once I saw that red wine, I saw lasagna and saw that cheesecake, I was gone.
So we're going to enforce the first rule, 100 burpees, eh? Punishment's a punishment and rules are there to be broken. If you break them, you got to do it. 3, 4.
I was not surprised when Kerbox had got Hoppo and Maxi to falter from the diet.
There's 15. That's 30, boys. Keep it up. That's 50, boys. Let's go. Come on, let's go, let's go. 15 to go. Let's go, keep it up. Last 10. 2 and 1. Good job.
100 burpees. I nailed him.
Well done.
You only live once, and as long as I can still get to that person in time, which I can, I know I can, it's all that matters. I could have all the cheesecake I want.
I definitely think that when tourists come down, they can look at the conditions and they can look deceivingly safe. Unfortunately, with the tide, all our rips start to flare up.
There's people like 5 feet from the shore and they're nearly drowning. They're not far out, but they're in a bit of strife.
Dunstan and I get the call to investigate 2 swimmers down the south end. You could see these 2 swimmers were in a lot of distress. That rip just had complete control of them and they were just getting taken out to sea.
Guys, sit to the side.
Nicola attempted to give them direction and quickly surmised that it was pointless. Go, Dunny, go. They're both in.
say they were completely hysterical yet, but they were definitely in the realms of quite a bad panic.
They're trying to swim against it, and they're going backwards. They were doing the Michael Jackson moonwalk in the ocean, going backwards like this.
When we got them onto the board and they kind of caught their breath, they almost erupted into laughter. And I think for a lot of people, it's that embarrassment. Also, I think she was somewhat losing her swimmer top, so I think she was having a little giggle to herself as she was trying to keep her modesty. As soon as we got them into the beach, like, oh, thanks a million, thanks a million. It did not take long to realise that Declan and Kelly were Irish.
They just dragged us out too far. I couldn't swim anymore and I couldn't breathe. Just kept going under. I thought I was going to die.
The Irish definitely have an uncanny ability to find any rip on the beach.
I thought it would have been like Coogee and it would have been all right, but it's not.
I've got to love the Irish. My dad's Irish. My whole family's Irish, so...
The sharks don't get you the waves, well.
Today's the last day of the 30-day challenge. We've had the boys over the last 30 days following a bit of a diet plan and training regime. Judgment day. Oh, yeah. How are we? You ready to go, boys? Who's going first?
Hoppo. I'll go first. Had a few little slip-ups, so I'm worried that it might come out, might blow out a little bit.
I'm pretty anxious to find out my results. I'm pretty excited to eat some naughty, complex carbohydrates.
The winner of the 30-day challenge is the person who loses the most body fat percentage comparing where they start to where they finish. So the idea is to maintain your muscle mass whilst losing as much excess fat as possible. Boys and Nicola, thanks for taking part in the 30-day challenge. One little thing we agreed on at the start was whoever lost would be cleaning the toilets over the road. So the winner of the first inaugural Bondi Lifeguards 30-day challenge, with a bit of an outstanding effort and a result of 20.1% transformation, the ultimate, the Gons. Mate, there you go, you can eat that. Well done, Gons. Some of the other massive mentions was Beardy lost 4.1 kilos, Nicola lost 7.5 kilos. So that's a massive change in 30 days. And Hop, nothing. Bottom of the list was Hoppo. You actually lost a bit of weight still, all of fat, which is good. You put on a bit of muscle mass, so that didn't help your thing, but you lost over a kilo of fat. But you'll be over in the dunnies scrubbing away the sabo.
No matter what position you are, how long you've been here, if you're the one that's come last in this competition, everyone knew the rules, well, you've got to go and do it. There's no excuses.
Lifeguards deal with most emergencies in the surf.
There's no swimming down this end of the beach today.
But beyond the beach lies another serious danger.
The cliffs around this area are really high. They're sandstone cliffs and they range from 10 metres to up to 40 metres.
You can get some spectacular views from them, but the problem is there's potential for people to slipping off. They get very mossy and slippery, so it can potentially be dangerous.
Bondi to Bronny come in. Just looking out towards the point. There's a police boat and a helicopter together.
Do you want to ring the coppers? Do you want to ring Bondi?
Constable Thomas, my name's Corey. How are you? We've got your guys' police chopper and a police boat hanging off the south point of Bondi here.
Yeah, Hammer. We've just got off the phone to the police and somebody's gone for a walk around the cliff and they got stuck.
We saw the chopper came past at Hammer. We thought there's another shark, so we're like, oh no, not again. Everyone started leaving the water, so we had to come back up and just make sure. Just turns out to be two blokes down there. They've been on the ledge for about an hour. There's a big crowd here watching, so the police here and police rescue are trying to get them out, so it's a long way down.
We're going to be lowering some ropes down. Don't grab them, okay? Just leave them alone. We're going to haul you straight up the cliff from where you are.
Fortunately, the boys aren't injured, though with a big crowd watching on, their egos may be in for a hit.
They're going to get a bit of a shock when they come back up and see this huge crowd there.
There were two 16-year-old boys from Western Sydney who decided to come out to Bondi for the day and go exploring.
So there's like a ledge like that, and then we jumped from one to the other, and then we walked around and realised that there was no way after that. We couldn't get back. We tried like sort of climbing back onto it, and then it wasn't possible.
It is holidays, and teenage boys do want to go and, I guess, explore. I was a teenager a few months ago, so I'm guilty of it myself. If they're near the water, you know, we could zoom in there in the jet ski and get them out that way, but since they're up more, we'll leave that to the police and police rescue, and they've done the job, and we can go back to the beach now and get back to looking after the flags.
It's easy to have fun at Bondi. But powerful waves, rocks and crowded surf also make it an easy place to get hurt.
Dislocated shoulder, maybe?
On average, lifeguards deal with 2 to 3 dislocations per week.
Dislocated knees, elbows, shoulders, you name it.
Bondi Central South Rhino. We're going to bring up a dislocated shoulder, boys.
Yeah, copy, yay. Mate, I'm up here with Jeffy. I'll get everything ready. I'll get Jeff to get on the airboat. Boys radioed in and said they had a patient, Ollie, who's from the UK, with a dislocated shoulder.
Ollie was surfing when he dislocated his shoulder. Maxi prepares methoxyflurane, an analgesic gas.
You ever had one of these before? No, what is this? It's a pain relief? Yeah. So it's helps settles the pain. Went over that wave and it just popped down. I knew it as I was coming down. I was like, oh, this. And then got up. I was trying to pop it in myself for quite some time, but just wasn't going in. It really hurts. Like the intensity of the pain just builds up and up. You know, we gave him a few green whistles and he was a bit off his head for a little while. You right? This is good. This stuff is sick. This is ridiculous. Tell the ambulance people to take their time. Just tell them to take their time. This is fine for now.
Ordinarily, dislocated shoulders are treated in hospital.
Hang in there.
More painful right by a second.
Today, though, Jill, an extended care paramedic, has come to put Ollie's shoulder back in place at the tower.
There's a couple of techniques that we use, and a lot of time, the pain is so great. Your muscles get so tense, and that's what you're fighting against, and you need him to relax and work with you and trust you.
Ollie is administered with morphine in preparation for the procedure.
I've got a rush to the head now, so it's going to be like a double rush to the head after this.
Having the dislocation specialist come to our doorstep it's a pretty unique thing. I've only seen it a few times, and just watching him do it, it's pretty cool. You get another sort of aspect of how highly trained these people are and how good they are at their job.
And this hand's going to come off on my left shoulder.
Oh, that's slightly painful. Oh, naughty. Oh. Leslie, do you have a spare cigarette?
Yeah, the funny thing is that there was no one in the room called Leslie, and he doesn't even smoke cigarettes, so he was out there. I've seen the ambos take about 5 or 6 times to get it in, but look, they have to be very patient to do that job.
Let me take the weight of your left arm first, so try and put it in your mouth.
Even though Ollie has been given morphine and methoxyflurane, the pain will be unbearable if something goes wrong.
Being a lifeguard, I want to learn as much as I can, so I kind of try and stick around and watch them.
We have a couple of techniques that we use, and we can use them in combination with each other. And the last one I used is external rotation.
Soon, Ollie's painkillers will wear off.
I'm going to stop him a bit.
Jill makes her final attempt.
You could see in his face that it went back in and that he was out of pain.
Well done, mate. Well done.
It wasn't a real kind of thing. It just went in real subtly. It just sort of slipped back in.
That looks a better looking shoulder.
As the painkillers wear off, Ollie learns about some of his strange mutterings whilst under the influence of the green whistle.
He was a bit shocked when we asked him, you know, who was Leslie and why did he want a cigarette?
Wait, what? I said this? Leslie, do you have a spare cigarette? I was meant to meet someone today called Leslie, but I didn't even smoke. So, half of it was right, but the rest was just crazy shit.
God love the green whistle and God love the morphine.
Right, see you later.
He's back in one piece, but it'll be a few weeks out of the surf for Ollie. 19-year-old local boy Jethro James and 21-year-old South African Anthony Glick are the new trainees at Bondi.
The new blokes on the block.
I'm keeping a close eye on both of them because come next season, there could be a lifeguard job come up, so one of those two may be in good contention to get one.
Yeah, if there's one spot, yeah, it's a cruel world and we got to push the weak one out of here, so game on, Jeff.
Yeah, it is good, but there's a little bit of competition as well. I mean, it pushes us both, the competition. It's only going to make us both better. I've lived in Clovelly my whole life, just around the corner from Tamarama and Bronte. Everything I do revolves around the ocean. I surf, I bodyboard. I just love the ocean, so there couldn't really be a better job to go along with that lifestyle.
I love Jethro, he's good. He's a breath of fresh air, he really is. And he's keen to learn, he listens, and he looks like Nicola.
I do look like Nicola, and I've been copping that a lot. It's good fun.
I love his long blonde locks.
Thank you, it is beautiful hair. I've got a couple of names, so I'll reel them off. I've got Nicola, Twig, Hanson, Hair Farmer. Oh yeah, I'm getting moving, but I think the boys are just jealous. Some of those guys have nothing on their heads.
Like every trainee, Jethro's ultimate goal is to qualify as a fully fledged lifeguard.
Jethro needs to prove to me during this summer whether he's ready for a lifeguard position.
The youngest team member, Jethro must prove he has what it takes.
It is a dream come true. There's nothing else I'd rather do, so I'm going to fight with everything I got to keep the job. Yes, sir. I have a friend out there. He may be tired. Where is he? He is straight ahead, way out there.
What's he doing out there?
We went too far.
Bondi Central. See that guy on the bodyboard?
It's
about
like
50 metres out? He needs help.
Yeah, I've got him. That looks like 200 to me. Jethro will go for a paddle.
Copy, mate.
Every time I go for a rescue, I get nervous because I know the boys are going to be looking at me and going, how's he going to do?
You happy with that?
Yeah. There's no way I've rescued anyone that far out.
It's a mystery why Gino from Texas is over 200 metres from shore.
I don't know how we've got out so far because there's no rips pulling him out.
But Azza thinks he knows the answer.
What's he got, a GoPro on his board?
Yes.
I'm not sure yet. It's kind of scary.
So what, he's gone videoing himself, ended up out the back, most probably unaware, filming himself.
We've been out here for a while. I'm kind of stuck. And as you can see, I'm pretty far out. Probably the farthest I've ever been in the ocean.
Do you think he's panicking right now, or?
A little bit.
Yeah.
As well as being 200 metres from shore, Gino poses another problem for trainee Jethro.
I got out there and the guy was at least double my weight. He's a big Texas guy. He's about 6'3", maybe.
Oh yeah,
he's 70, maybe.
The little lifeguard we've sent out there, he's a trainee. He's probably about 70 pounds.
What's your name, man? Thank you, bro.
I struggled getting him on the board. I think we might have rolled it twice. So that was some negative points there.
Not only does Jethro have his work cut out, but every senior lifeguard on the beach is watching.
This is going to take a while.
The best way to get him in was just him holding onto the rope and paddling him in. The toe technique, it's a bit slow, especially with a guy of that size.
It's a massive weight difference between Jethro and the big Texas dude. His little chicken arms can't tug the big bloke in.
It's a hard rescue when you got to paddle them in that far against the wind.
Thank you, man. I was right here next to all these people, and then I wasn't next to all these people. There were some moments where I was cursing myself.
We're definitely at least a quarter of the way to New Zealand there. I've never seen anyone that far out.
Tired. Just want to lay down and get a beer.
It's not about how you get him in, it's if you get him in, and he did that, he succeeded, and so, yeah, good on him. I had to paddle like really hard the whole time just to tow his weight behind me. So it was a big workout.
Jethro's recent rescue puts him in good stead with senior lifeguards. But a trainee's fortunes can quickly change.
It was late afternoon, it was a pretty busy day. I locked up the tower. I went, you know what, I'll go in there, I'll clean it up. Get some good points to my name. So I went in there to clean it up. When I went in there, I was only propping the door open with my foot. My foot slipped off. And just all came crashing down, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, North Tower to Chapo, pack up.
Yeah, Chapo.
Probably not going to believe this one, but I was semi-stuck in the tower, eh? The door and the roof just shut on me and I can't get out.
So yeah, when I radioed in, there was about 10 seconds of silence going, what? Like no one could really understand, and then it was just pure laughter.
Really? Yeah, it's pretty heavy. I'm stuck. The door's not opening, eh?
You think you've seen everything. Trainees, they always come up with something new, don't they?
Yeah, unfortunately, Hoppo was on. Hoppo was in the tower, so he watched the whole event unfold.
Not only is Jethro stuck, but none of his brothers in blue are rushing to the rescue.
They were just waiting. No one was helping me.
Well, I think we're just going to leave him there till tomorrow morning when we open it up.
Oh, rescue! I got stuck. What are you doing there, bro? I got stuck. You serious? You couldn't get out?
Reidy didn't even know I was in there. Reidy just came by and found me in there. So thank God Reidy was around.
He's finally managed to fly the coop, but now Jethro has to face his boss, Hoppo.
Have you got an explanation on how it actually happened?
I was using my back foot to hold it open, and I leaned in a little bit too far, my foot slipped, and it all just shut.
It's been a long afternoon, but that's just made my day.
Sun, sand, surf. Bondi's lifeguards work at one of the best offices on the planet. However, it's not always a dream job.
Our bread and butter as lifeguards is doing the rescues down here on the beach, but unfortunately there's a dark side, and that's body retrievals.
Incidents including fishermen swept off rocks, general misadventure and suicide account for as many as a dozen body retrievals every season.
The bodies can be bashed up, then also the families come down and you become part of the grieving process, which can be quite horrific for the guys.
Bondi Lifeguards, Aaron speaking.
It was a gloomy day with maybe 5-foot swell, just southerly winds, no one really around. We're about to pack up. I think it was about 6:30, and Azza received a call.
Yep, in the water.
Jet ski. I think the initial call was that there was a body possibly on the rocks, possibly in the water. We didn't really know at that stage.
Police have informed lifeguards that the person has fallen from a cliff, but is still showing signs of life floating in the water.
Whenever someone's, still hanging on by a thread, we want to try and get there as quick as we can. In these moments, it's a quick but a very important decision as to who goes.
Luke and Corey decide to leave 19-year-old Jethro behind.
Jethro is still a trainee, so, it's probably best not to send him into a scenario like that at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking about if I was on the back of that ski going over there now, how I would deal with that situation.
They've got a visual on them. Chopper's on the way.
I mean, the job has its pros and cons, and that's part of the job, but it's not good. It's definitely the dark side of the job. Somewhere inside me, I wanted to go just to be like hands-on, part of the team, but I haven't seen a dead body, which I'm happy about. So definitely having Corey and Luke, who are much more experienced than I am, going over there, it's better.
The area we were headed to is 5 kilometres to the north of Bondi. It is very spooky. It's just these cliffs that up to be 30 metres. The water's dark. You know, there's a lot of sharks around there. So yeah, all sorts of things kind of go through your head as you're going around there.
After 20 minutes battling the tough conditions, lifeguards close in on the location.
We saw the chopper fly overhead and we got, a kilometre or so away and we could see somebody winching down. Oh, look, they're winching.
Central. Yeah, go ahead. Mate, can you ring 130, sir? Mate, I think they're winching down at this person already.
Mate, just get up there, make sure they don't need any assistance in the water. And
if it's all good, then head back.
As we were approaching, we were probably about 200 metres away, and the chopper had flown past us, located the person, and mate, they winched down and straight back up again, probably within about 30 seconds flat.
Yeah, mate, chopper seems to maybe be leaving. Can you just ring 130 surf and confirm with us, please? Yeah, copy. Stand by, mate.
Oh, they're going to land. They're landing, are they? Yep. Yeah, Central to jet ski boys, they have
picked the patient up and they're going up to the park, so head back. Yeah,
mate. They took the patient from the water and landed up around Vaucluse on a park up there where they were met with other paramedics. They started resuscitating, found out it's a young girl, a girl, so that's basically how it unfolded.
Paramedics resuscitated the woman and she was taken to hospital. But sadly, she passed away 24 hours later.
Yeah, we probably did make the right decision in leaving Jethro behind, but I think maybe when the time's right, he'll be like, no, I'm going.
Being in a rescue service, you're going to get caught out and you're going to have to do it at some stage.
The boys and the police rescue did their best. That's all they can do, really, but it's definitely sad.
Yeah, it's a sad story. Sad ending.